Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90.
Good morning, CSF Nation. Did you guys miss us? Of course we missed you. However, we have returned for a very, very special week here on Makini in Good Morning. As you guys know, on Wednesday, May 7th is sweet Makini's birthday. So from all of us here at Makini in the Morning, WMK TV Channel 90, as well as Makini Jaws Productions, our sponsors as well, we wish you, Makini, a wonderful, wonderful birthday, baby. We hope to celebrate it with you. I will be there front and center for Wednesday night's Makini Live episode. But it's going to be absolutely spectacular birthday celebration. We hope to see you all Wednesday night for the block party that will be happening at Arcadia Village, right in front of Makini Studios. There's going to be a lot of live entertainment, food trucks, the whole shebang, and of course, a live recording of Makini Live with the birthday boy himself. So from all of us here, have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And I'm going to with you on Wednesday. Now, this week, however, is bringing us plenty of sunshine, plenty of dry winds, but plenty of warmer temperatures. So let's get right into it. I am Marisa, Tanay, producer and weather girl, and here is the 7-day forecast sponsored by Wattle Strike. This week, we'll see plenty of fine weather, low pressure clouds, and some dusty winds here and there. Specifically around Monday afternoon and Wednesday and Thursday afternoon as well. You're going to be seeing some little level of winds taking up throughout the CSF nation. We're also going to be expecting some dustier winds as well coming in, especially if you're inland, with especially in the Halliburton and such like that. Speaking of which, the temperatures are warming up to the upper 70s to lower 80s within the Halliburton, Royale, and Arwenia Vista, and into the mid to upper 60s within Pacific City and Adolphs Bay. Still fine temperatures regardless. Perfect for going outside, as the summer is definitely moving to here. The low pressure clouds from last week will be disappearing, and in its place will be some high pressure clouds sprinkled throughout the CSF nation this week. So, like I mentioned, it's going to be some gusty winds, specifically on Wednesday, Monday, and possibly Thursday as well. And as we head into the weekend, expect the temperatures to start to just cool down just a little bit throughout the CSF nation. However, the high pressure clouds will be staying throughout and going into next week. Now, let's get into the special birthday boys day. On Makini's birthday, Wednesday, May 7th, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s and lows in the mid to low 50s for Makini's birthday, but still temperatures are going to be perfect weather. That means that for the block party that he'll be setting up on Wednesday night, the temperatures will be a lot more cooler. So make sure that when you're attending, keep yourself a little bit warm though. It's definitely going to be very chilly, especially around 8 p.m. for when the block party begins. And that concludes this week's 7-day forecast, a very special 7-day forecast sponsored by Wattle Strike, the global leader in cloud computing and cybersecurity, especially for the CSF nation. Put your trust in Wattle Strike. I am Marisa, teleproducer and weather girl, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and as well, Makini, you are listening. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful birthday. I cannot wait to celebrate it with you on Wednesday night. It'll be so much fun. Anyway, until next time, now it is the birthday boy's turn. Makini in the Morning is up next, right here on WMKTV Channel 90. Have a wonderful show, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Channel!
There we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anyway. Good morning, CSF Nation. I'm Makini, your Sermon Illustrator. Welcome to basically my own little golden week here on Makini in the Morning. Of course, you guys don't know, it's a very special week, obviously, because Wednesday night is my birthday. Wednesday, May 7th, is my birthday. We're going to be doing a birthday celebration. Fun for the whole family, all of that good stuff. Looking forward to celebrating it with you guys on Wednesday night. Anyway, I'm starting. I guess you can say I'm kind of starting a little fresh, getting a head start on kind of a new approach, new outlook on life. You know, it could be a little reset for me. Sometimes I can see a birthday is kind of a little reset for me. But what we're doing today is we're going to go back to our redraws of Rosalina. It's going to be the first of many that I'm going to be doing throughout this month, possibly through June as well. And what we're going to do today is we're going to finish up the Grayscales, and we're going to start on the flats. I got the music up and ready to go. There we go. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys. Anyway. Okay, there we go. So, we got that. I got the timer ready. I got my OBS ready so I can start recording. We got stuff to make. So, but before we do that, let's gotta say hi to you guys in the chat. We got 7 people watching. If you guys can do me a solid, do this birthday boy a solid, and well, I'll let the girls explain it.
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle.
And smack the subscribe button if you want to see more of our content from Makini. Thank you so much. And hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
I probably need to turn that into a new emoji. If YouTube will allow me to make an emoji like that. Channel member emoji. Anyway. I'm messing around. Anyway, guys. You got 7 people watching. You guys freaking amazing. More people probably show up a little bit later. Got my time ready. Less distracted. Let's just say I'm trying to be less distracted than forward. So once we go and say hi to everybody, we're just going to jump right into it. So, speaking of which, Grumpy is here first. Grumpy is here first.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm kidding, Grumpy. Good to see you. I did get your message. I'll read it when I get the chance to. Sorry about that. Eli, good morning. I gotta finish Unbreakable Sphere. I gotta finish the storyline before the event ends. Before the event ends in Nikkei, so I gotta finish Unbreakable Sphere. I've done like an hour. I've done like an hour's worth of recording for Rena and Zenless, and I have the music already too. So I'm very excited about that. Press 1 in the chat if you guys would like to hear the full song in its entirety, because I actually finished recording. It didn't take long for me to put it together, but let me know if that's something you guys want to hear. I'll put that there. So 1 in the chat for yes, 2 for no. If not, you guys want to send me a super sticker, let me know. I'll play it. So. Anyway, whatever. Neo J, good morning to you. Want to hear it? Okay, you know what? Rye Kitty is in the chat right now. Rye Kitty is here. Good morning. Sean's good morning. Emerald, good morning. If you're wondering why I wasn't here on Sunday, it's because I was at Busch Gardens. Ooh, it's fun. It's fun. It's like I heard the news is like Six Flags California is shutting down permanently, permanent closure. Six Flags in Hurricane Harbor shutting down here in California. But I'm still happy that we still have Six Flags over Texas back home. So, first Busch Gardens. Oh my God, Sean. Emerald, thank you so much. Hope to see you on Wednesday night. Thank you for that one. Riot, good morning. Okay, you know what? I owe Riot the full song this time instead of me just kind of throwing shit together. So just for Riot, let me go ahead and I'm going to upload the video, and I'm going to do the same thing we did on Makini in the morning. I'm going to do the same thing we did on Makini in the morning, and we will. Where's my video here? So I have the full. Song, and it's only 3 minutes, but, and I'm gonna put an image. I'll put a video of Rena up just for Rye Kitty's sake, because I know she's been waiting patiently for me to make one of Rena, and so I will have a super chat of Rena by this weekend. So that means next Sunday. That means the next one out will be Jane. So, all right, Riot. Hope you're listening. You better be listening. Right, you better be listening. This is the full song in its entirety. Okay. Let me pause on these real quick. Okay. So, where is it? Where's my private? Where's my video? So, just want to give Riot Kitty a shout out. It's in development. Okay, so that is going to be this weekend. So I will have a Rena super chat in full this weekend. Maybe by Wednesday. We'll see. I recorded about an hour's worth of gameplay. Gameplay using Rena. So, and I'm probably going to do about another hour's worth of recording just because I want to get some really, really good stuff, just like doing some different missions and stuff, especially the walking animation, especially kind of the idle animation and stuff I need to record as well. So all of that is going to be for the Rena super chat, which will be the next super chat, which will be the next super chat clip I make. After Rena, it is all hands on deck for Jane. So I'm gonna have a blast with Jane as well. So there's still plenty of girls I still want to make full the super chat clips on, but freaking having a freaking blast with which is a lot of these different like mix-ups and such like that with Rena. And by the way, the mod is called Strike Suit. So actually I just use this mod for Rena from now on. I kind of tend to like switch out between no, actually there's another Rena mod that I really like, and I'm gonna definitely check that one out. I'm gonna try that one, and if that works, I might make a second super chat on that one. That was freaking my Oni just getting this shit kicked out of her too. That was one of the more harder story missions too. That's one of the hard mode missions as well. So trying to do that with just different characters and stuff like that. And I found that like for me, I think Rena works great with Evelyn, and I want to say Evelyn, and I forgot what the dude's name is. Like, you run an all electric focused team, and it's just like freaking sick. So this is all recorded from gameplay footage from yesterday. Hey, that I was spending some time. So I had a blast putting this together. So yeah, Rena Super Chat is going to be on next week. So there you go, Riot. There's your update. Hope you enjoy the track. And to everybody like throwing shit at my door, for my club music I'm gonna play on here, I'm gonna tell you something right now, okay? You guys dog on me for my music. You guys dog on me all the freaking time. But I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody subscribed to my channel because of the music. Well, not entirely because of the music, just because Rena Nation. Yeah, Evelyn, I didn't know about that. It just works. You know what? There's so much like. There's a fucking right, Kitty. There's a fucking like. I just discovered like a hell of a synergy with Jane, Evelyn, and Pulchra, basically. Which they're very fast agents. Fast-flowing agents, and it's like, wow, I never realized that how much they sync up so well. I'm still trying to find some really good, and I find really good synergy with Ambi as well. It's really good with synergy. So I like to really mix it up, and when I do those recording videos, I try to mix it up and try to find really good team synergy with all the agents that I have. And I think that's part of it is why I do have a lot of fun with the gameplay in Zenless. Looking for combo potential, basically. Potential. Anyway, I'm more for her in our way. Oh, fuck off. Okay. We're 22 minutes out, and we need to get started. So, timer's up. Okay, timer's up, and timer's on, and let's go ahead and start. That's right. So Rena's coming next. I do have access. I think what was it? I was messing around with Jane last night, and I do have access. I think I have access to all maps. So I promised I would do this. I promised I would do this if I got Jane. Is I would do like an hour-long ASMR video of just Jane walking around the map. It's endless. just walking. Do an ASMR walking video. Because because I remember seeing somebody I remember seeing somebody say that, and I was like, I remember seeing somebody say that in another video I saw, and I was like, that would be a cool idea to do like just an hour-long ASMR like walking video of some of the girls in cinema. So I will be doing a walking video at some point. I got access to the seaport, and I was like, how do I get the heck out of here? Oh, I'm just going to switch out now. Anyway, I'm finding enjoyment. See, this way, like other Horrorverse games, like that Horrorverse title is greedy as hell, but I am finding some enjoyment. I am definitely finding some enjoyment in Dennis lately, so definitely big ups to that. Although I do feel that although I like the track I made for Rena, I feel like that suits more. I feel like the melody I use would suit more Vivian than Rena. But so speaking of which, like Vivian, I was doing a trial stuff with her, and I will admit if Jane wasn't the rerun, I probably would have pulled for Vivian because I like her kit. I like the kit. It's really fun. That's kind of the weird thing with Zenless is that a lot of the new characters are very. That's kind of the funny thing with Zenless is like when they introduce a new character. When you try them out, you realize how fun they are. Like even Trigger was freaking cool. I was like, damn, how did you turn basically a sniper character from practically any other action game, any other hero shooter, basically? How did you turn a sniper character and make them fit into an action? Make them fit into an action, an action hack and slash like Zenless. And I'm like, that's actually cool. Okay, I see what you did there. Like I appreciate the creativity though. It's not like we drawing around. Oh my god. It's not like we drawing around. Exactly. So I've been doing I realized that I really do slack off on weekends. I don't draw as much on weekends. Like I want to get back to that. I want to get back to drawing much more on weekends. So it's gonna be kind of like my game plan for 35. It's one of my game plans for 35. And aside from getting this channel to 6K, and really revitalizing the Etsy shop, wanting to expand out into other ventures and stuff like that, and I'm keeping this loose. I'm keeping this pretty loose, so I will have. I'm keeping this pretty loose, so. Oh, speaking of which, I think once I make another I'm gonna put together a little compilation of all of our super chat clips in one video. Once I basically make enough super chat. Once I make enough super chat clips, I'll compile all of them into one little compilation video. Kind of like how Kyle does with his rap intros. His rap intros in all his videos. I'll just put them all together in one little album, one little video. So see them all in glory. But no, the track itself. The track itself was comprised of. I was going to originally use. Actually, the funny thing was, I was originally going to be using. I was going to be originally using Wowsy by Private Press, which was which is arguably my favorite song in Cyberpunk 2077. I listen to Impulse a lot. I listen to Impulse a lot. Wowsy's my favorite track. I wanted to use that, but the problem is that for some reason I can't get it to. I couldn't get the beat that I was kind of like mixing together to sync up with the melody, especially the piano, especially heavy use of piano for that one. I thought that felt much more fitting of Rena for me personally. Whenever I do a lot of these super chat clips, I take to heart. A couple things I take to heart basically. Sorry, let me hide this comment. No, a couple things that I take to heart when I do these, whenever I put like songs together for the super chat clip, right? The first thing I bring up is the first thing I take to heart is the use songs that are not going to use songs that are going to give you like I'm fine to basically if it's a song that I know that it will that will grant you a revenue sharing instead of a full-on copyright claim, then I will use that basically. And I kind of have to think to myself, I'm like, is this melody going to hit me with a copyright? Am I going to hit with a copyright just on this melody alone? And the funny part is that when I do the beat, when I make the beat, it's a combination of basically splicing together the drums, the kick and drums of two different songs, and just making the beat out of that. But the melody I just grabbed from whatever was in my library. And whenever it comes to just grabbing the melody, it came down to two factors. One, if this is gonna get me hit with a copyright claim, because you can get hit with copyright claims just on melodies alone. If the melody is that recognizable and it's in the database, it will definitely get a copyright claim. Most of the time, you'll just get a revenue sharing. You'll just be eligible for revenue sharing. But I also, the second factor is if the melody of the track I'm using fits the overall vibe of the character. And I will admit, the melody that I used for Rena's super chat, I feel like it fits more Vivian in my mind. It fits more Vivian than it does Rena. And the reason is because it's like really hard for me. Really, and the reason I had to use that melody, which is a sample of I forgot what the name is. The song's called "How Great You Are," and I had to use that one just because I just simply couldn't get the piano chords synced up with the beat. I just simply couldn't. It was really hard because it's like it doesn't match it up in terms of like when I try to set the key, when I try to set the pitch and key and set the pitch and tempo, it doesn't like it like syncs it just off syncs it basically. It feels like the beat was kind of like made to like kind of off sync it. So if I try to splice the piano melody to a different beat, it just doesn't like sync up as well. So I went for just kind of another one that came to my another one that just came to mind that I was like, okay, we could try this one. And you know, when I tested it first, I was vibing out. I was like, damn. I was like, you know what? This might fit Rena after all. It's just I vibe out when it comes to that stuff kind of shit, man. It's like it's really cool to do that. I noticed my older videos. I'm noticing my older videos are getting hit with copyright claims now. Mainly because of one song that I use, and that is "In Search of Mr. Ford" by Carrie Chandler, which still kind of really sucks though. It really sucks, but it keeps skirting the copyright claims and all that kind of shit. I don't know if somebody's doing that one offhand, but the reason I wanted to bring that up is because I know you guys, I know my chat loves to dog on me for my music choice, but like I had somebody reach out to me on Twitter, and they basically said that they love the music that I use in my videos and my live streams. And I'm like, you know what? I know house music is not everybody's cup of tea, but I grew up on this, and I've used this music for my entire life, basically. Most of my life with this music, and I feel like this music fits my channel so much more. It feels right. I feel right at home here. It just feels like it feels more authentic for me. You know what I mean? It makes my own channel feel. Let me go across this thing here. I can't go royalty. I can't go completely royalty. I have what you're listening right now, the background right now. That's Epidemic Sound. That's Epidemic Sound. It's just that the royalty-free tracks, although I like, it just doesn't get that kick. It just doesn't hit that kick with me from the versus using my own library. And I know the biggest risk of using my own library is that I'm gonna get hit with, you know, copyright claims and such like that. And you know what? I'll take the hit. I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take the hit. Because most of the music I use, YouTube will just tell me that your video has claimed music, but it is eligible for revenue sharing. So I'm like, what the hell? I'll just turn on revenue sharing, so that way it doesn't mess with me. So I can still use it. Use that, bro. And by the way, I've used Epidemic Sound in many of my videos. In many of my speed painting videos before, so. It's kind of funny when it comes to house music and stuff like that, because a lot of time I use YouTube's like copyright claim to. I actually use YouTube's copyright claim to actually help me find the song that I'm looking for. like it'll tell me like, oh yeah, your song is eligible for revenue sharing, and it'll actually tell me what the name of the song is, and I'm like, thank you, I can use this now. Right now, like that was what I did for the Rosalina video. YouTube grabbed the last bit of the song in the last song used in the video, and it identified what it is, and I'm like, thank you, finally. I've been looking for this song for years. Now I can. and here's the funny thing: when it comes to shorts, it's actually much more lenient, though. The funny thing is, actually, is much more lenient when it comes to shorts. When it comes to using YouTube Shorts, because they'll claim the video, of course, but they'll claim the short, of course, the music, but it really, that just really is, it just identifies the track. It doesn't really like it claims it, but it just more identifies the track, and because it's a short, so it's just really mixed. It's just, I like royalty-free stuff. I do like royalty-free stuff, especially with Epidemic Sound. It just doesn't hit it. It just doesn't hit that as hard as grabbing the house tracks from my own library. So I feel like it doesn't hit that moment for me, I guess you could say. And by the way, that melody, the funny thing is, because if I played just the full song where that melody came from, then it would have been clean. But because I spliced the melody to a different beat, it kind of skirted around. In the Peach, when I had the Princess Peach speed paint video, what you guys didn't realize is that I actually used a song that was in the first Fast and the Furious film during the race war scene. I actually used that, but it didn't pick it up, which it's Nocturnal Transmission by BT, but it didn't pick it up, and I think probably because I actually remixed the song before. And what I used is I actually used my own remix of that song, which I took that trance track and just basically made a house version of it. Yeah. I use Streets of Rage songs. It's really cool stuff. I don't use VG. If it's not blatantly obvious, I am definitely of a specific taste. I am a very specific taste compared to my audience, compared to my compatriots and such like that. And it's like, yes, you can rag on me for using club music and stuff like that, but that's the shit that I grew up on, and that's the shit that I hold dear to my heart. That's stuff my parents got me on at a very early age, at a very young age, and I've been loving, house and garage music ever since. So I'm big into that. That was always something. You're never going to take that away from me. You're never going to take that out of me, basically. You're never going to take that away from me. That's the music I prefer using, and that's the music that fits me and fits my channel. I feel more at home, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? It just feels right at home. Like if I could, I would bring up. If I could, maybe at some point I could. Maybe at some point I can. Maybe at some point, if you guys hang out in the Discord, I can use. I have an entire soundtrack. I have an entire music playlist that is that is dedicated to Midnight Rush. And it's such a specific sound that Midnight Rush has too. It's all it's more garage. It's more straight up garage than house music, but it's a specific sound. And it's like music to, not music to dance to, but music to race to. Because I've always believed, you know what, it was thanks to, you can thank Ridge Racer Type 4 for making me realize that, like, everybody says, yes, drum and bass is perfect for racing games. Drum and bass has always been perfect for racing games. But I would argue that house music, acid jazz, and jazz fusion is perfect for racing games. Absolutely perfect. And it was like, I could think like early Ridge Racer Type 4. I could think even Gran Turismo in some aspects of it. Like in general, I do believe house music is excellent for racing games. Honestly, I think house music is perfect for racing games. Let's be honest here. For me, like I will use because I'm kind of looking at the chat a little bit, and Grumpy, no, not Grumpy, but Emerald is bringing up like basketball stuff like that, and I'm like, for me, like underground hip hop is perfect to skate to. Underground hip hop is perfect to skate to. So like if you're playing something like Sessions or Skate or something like that, put some Knife Wonder on, put some Dilla, put some Madlib on, put some MF Doom on. It's perfect. That shit's perfect to skate to. Skate to. I think we're kind of going to the situation. But it's kind of funny because like a lot of my house playlists, a lot of my music in my own library actually fits Zenless. Even though it's like mostly it's all house music, and yet it fits Zenless's vibe to me. So when it comes to kind of me picking, when it comes to me doing super chat, when it comes to me making those super chats of the girls in Zone Zero, a lot of it comes down to what melody I feel fits that character perfectly. You know what I mean? And I got like stuff in my head. I got like tracks in my head where I'm like, this would fit this character, this would fit that character. It's a lot of thought is put into it. I guess you could say. I guess the ultimate thing I'm trying to say. There's I do put a lot of thought when it comes to this kind of thing. It's not just me throwing a video together. It's like, no, I do, like, I'll do a multi-pass. Like, I'll do multiple passes where I'll make the beat first, I'll make the melody second, and then I put it all together and then remix that into the super chat clip that you hear. Sometimes I'll just take one song and just splice it into splice it into a 3-minute video. Like the goal is that I got to keep it. I want to keep my I try to keep my super chat clips to under 2.5 minutes. So I got to be able to like hit it real hard within 2.5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. So, okay, so time's up. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a tangent here. So, like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Like, when I did the Evelyn, when I made the super chat for Evelyn, I thought the song "Always," the melody of "Always There" by Alex Agor fit perfectly with Evelyn's kind of character, because it takes heavy use of violins basically. And I'm gonna play a real quick sample. I'm on a 5-minute break, so I'm gonna play a real quick sample of "Always There" by Alex Agor. So let me just boot up iTunes. I'm gonna boot up iTunes real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So just hang out with me, guys. Hang out with me. But I don't know. It's just I just pick out what sounds nice to me. What sounds nice to me? What sounds what fits the character. So when I did let me show you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up a video. I'm gonna pull up the trailer for Evelyn. And Evelyn's one of the first characters I pulled, by the way, and I absolutely love it. I love Evelyn. So Evelyn's one of my favorite characters is in this. So, and Evelyn's one of my favorite characters is endless. So I'm gonna play. We're gonna play Alex Agor, and it just, to me, the violins sounded perfect for the violins from "Always There" by Alex Agor was always. It just fit. It just freaking fit with me. Here, let me see. Okay, so let me play it real quick. Here, we'll start from here. It just fit. It just fit Evelyn, and I think it was that violence right here. Yeah, it just fit. That track fit, and then I took that and then just turn it into the super chat that you hear whenever I play Evelyn. So I'll just play this real quick. So yeah, that's what I kind of used for that. And like when I came up with, and we'll get back to drawing. We'll get back to drawing. I just want to just play these tracks real quick, and then we'll get right back into it. What was it? Oh, here we go. So with Miyabi, all I could hear was like Danny J. Lewis, and it was this track. I don't know why that just sounded like it fit Miyabi more. I don't know why that just fit Miyabi to me. And and basically what I did, I just took that and just spliced it. I just took that and I just spliced the track up, and then it just became this one right here. It was kind of funny. The cutscene was fire. Every cutscene, no, freaking Miyabi's like freaking cutscenes are like freaking fire. Those trailer scenes are freaking sick. Like I had to splice in these trailer footage just so how sick they are too. No, but for the last one, Nicole, and that was the first one I did. I don't think it fit Nicole so much. I don't think the melody that I used fit Nicole so much, but I love one thing I love personally is when I'm listening to a mix and I will take like I'll listen to a way one song transitions into another. And there was one transition that stuck in my head for years. And I was like, I wanted to remix that. I just want to make that into a full beat. And I was like, this kind of fits Nicole a bit. So I want you to listen to this real quick. So this is Never Knew and um in Everything. And this splices both songs together. And I love the transition. I just love this transition personally. Love that. I love that so much. That stuck in my head ever since I heard that for the first time when I was like 11. That stuck in my head ever since. And I was like, I have both songs now, and I know what both songs are, and I can splice it together. And I'm like, I love that melody so much that I use that and remix that for Nicole's super chat. So I took just that little segment and just spliced it into 4 tracks. What the trumpet is perfect. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent right now. And I took that, and that became what you hear. Was like, damn, that like really syncs up. And I'm like, so a lot of like, so I just put so much thought, I guess you could say I put a lot of thought into like not just making the like the super chat, like not just making a clip, but picking the right song and making the like the right mix and everything. So so a lot of thought was kind of put into that. A lot of me just kind of like messing around and just like figuring out what to me what to me personally, what melody fits this particular girl? What melody fits this vibe? And that's what I basically so anyway, so it's like, yeah. So I put a lot of thought into that. I put a lot of thought into making those clips. So, and you've heard that before. I've used that with Street Fighter. I've used that even with Nikkei when I used to make clips for that too. So it just whatever works for whatever works with the character, whatever melody works with the character too. And because I just have that perplexity for house music, it just works too. And also, let's be honest here, for me personally, a lot of songs, I would argue that I'll just bring this up here. I would argue that at least let me look at my playlist. Sorry. Okay, so this is my entire house playlist. This is my entire house music playlist. Nearly 2,000 songs in this one playlist, and I can guarantee you, out of the 2,000 songs, at least I would say at least 55 to I would say at least 70% of these songs could fit the vibe of Zenless. I don't know. At least half of these tracks can fit Zenless Zone Zero's vibe to me. It fits the vibe. Sorry, that atmosphere. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm going off on. We went off on a freaking tangent. So let's get right back into it, okay? But no, I grew up on that kind of stuff, and like I said, I grew up on that kind of stuff. And I don't know if Rye Kitty is still in the chat, but like I said, I had another song in mind that I had another tune in mind, but I just couldn't get it to sync up as well as I want. I couldn't get it to sync up well, so I ended up with what you heard earlier. So. And I agree, Sean. Miyabi's trailer is straight fire. The way it switches, the way it just switches into the way it switches art styles like that, it's just damn. I'm like, you can't knock I can't knock say what you will about Hoyoverse and such like that. I can't knock how creative they are, and I can't knock how creative they are, and I can't knock how a lot of effort was to showcase each character, and it's like, man, I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. So it's like, that's what I said. Zenless to me is the only Hoyoverse game I'm willing to play. I'm not willing to play anything else. It's just, it fits those urban vibes really do fit. Those urban vibes I really like, and that's what got me into playing. So. And speaking of vibes, we got the one, the only, good to see you, brother. Hope you are doing well. Hope we get to see you on Wednesday night for the birthday celebration. So, good to see you, my man. You don't need to send a super chat anything. I know I got the perfect thing for you. So, skull and tuck and roll. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And Jane, and that fat ass is going to be made into a super chat real soon. Jane's next in line. Jane's next in line, followed by Bernice, which I already have. I've basically started just using only the agents that I already have. So, I still want to do one of Ellen though. I still want to do Ellen. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, the modder is named Hazeker. Has Hazeeker. Hazeker. Most of his mods are he does mostly bottom heavy mods. Like I said before, it was Jane Doe's bottom. It was that specific mod that got me back into playing that damn game. And I'm so happy that I finally pulled for her. I only got Jane. I was like, I don't care about any other character at this point. I just wanted Jane specifically. Oh my god, I gotta max out, and I gotta already focusing on trying to max out her bond. I'm trying to max out her and Nicole's bond first. So it's difficult to find clothes that I want to throw place, but I can't fit another place, but not for one not place. It's not exactly evidence or like I said. I actually have a couple of ideas for Jane specific. I actually have a couple of tracks in mind for Jane specifically, and there's a you guys there's one other thing I want you guys to listen to. So another thing I want you guys to listen to. I don't know. We'll play it. I'll just play it. I'll just play it here. So I mentioned Carrie. I'm going off the rails, guys. I'm just going off the rails on music taste. There's this one song that this very old track I use. This very old track, very old song that I love listening to. When I first heard it in 2020, before lockdowns, I was searching for music, and then I just heard this instrumental, and it's it's an instrumental, and I love this song so much that I used it as you hear it as the pre-video, like it's the pre-video stuff for Makini Live. It's the pre-introduction. You'll hear it as part of the introduction for Makini Live. The song is called "I Want to Be Your Lover," Newphonic 624, and it is remixed by Carrie Chandler. The reason I want to bring this up is because how it sounds. So I'll just listen. I want you to listen to this. So this is new. I Want to Be Your Lover 623 Sim Psychotic dub, and the reason I want to play this is, and this is by Newphonic, remixed by Carrie Chandler, and this is gonna get claimed. I know.
I wanna be your lover, loving you forever. Let's get it together. I wanna be your lover, loving you forever. Let's get it together, 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 together.
I know we're going off on musical tangents right now, but I just want you guys to listen to this real quick. Okay, the reason I want you to listen to that, the reason I want you to listen to that, and that's how amazing that stuff kind of hits me. And I have like a mixed. I have like a different like. I guess it's just how my mind thinks. It's something about the mechanical. There's something about the horns, the synths and the horns that in that song. Something about that has a very mechanical, industrial sound to it. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because that's like when I hear it, like when I hear that, it just sounds so. It sounds so cyberpunk. Like, it really feels cyberpunk to me. Like, it has that mechanical, industrial feeling, the industrial vibe to it, that it just kind of feels very cyberpunk-like. So I took that, and I basically just remixed it to make it sound much more cyberpunk, and this is the opening that I use for Makini Live. It just feels so cyberpunk. It sounds so mechanical. It sounds very industrial. It definitely actually feels more of a darkness design. Even when I mute it out, I mute out the I mute out the vocals, and it sounds like chant. It sounds like distorted chant, like something from like beyond the black wall. I just found out it just gives me serious cyberpunk vibes. It's just one melody, and it's just like, man, so it's not just like Dark 1.10, it's just like anything with a cyberpunk like look to it. Oh, really? Oh, sorry. Let's turn that off. I'm sorry. Oh no, it just sounds like it, you know. No, I saw that. That's why I turned it off. I saw that. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Oh no, it just sounds like a fan. It sounds like a mechanical fan. I don't know. It just my response sound. I think it's just the way my mind is so wired. It's the way my mind is so wired differently. I feel like it kind of fits that vibe. You know what I mean? But that's a Shogun sound to it as well. I don't know. You guys may not hear it, but I do. It's just like freaking bitch freaking a signature of that kind of shit. I just gotta repeat that over just because that sounds just sounds so mechanical. It sounds so industrial. I don't know why. It just kind of does, man. So it's weird. It's funny. You know, it's funny. I go into when I do a lot of this stuff. It's like, what really does fit the subject matter? Like, what tracks that I use fits the subject matter though? And like for Bernie's, like I think once I get to Bernie's, though, I'm going to once we get to Bernie's, it's going to I already got like 3 or 4 songs in mind that would fit Bernice's character perfectly, and all of them deal with fire. No, I don't know. It's just the way my mind. It's just the way my mind works. You know, it's just the way my mind thinks. It's like sometimes I'm even fast. It's just I find that so fascinating that that's kind of what when I listen to stuff, that's what I get out of. That's when I listen to stuff, that's what I get out of. That's the vibe I get. That's the atmosphere I feel I get out of. You know what I mean? So when it comes time for me to make a new super chat clip from Sinless, you know, I go to my library and I just start just breaking down like what fits the character perfectly. You know? You know, it's how my mind works. And it's like I even have a very like curated playlist. Like that's how weird I am. That's how so weird I am that, you know, I have like a curated playlist of it's a playlist that I call no loser radio. And what it is just basically a curated selection of house tracks that I listen to that I don't know how to say it. It's a playlist full of songs that I feel cool listening to. that just make me feel cool, you know? You just feel cool listening to them. Something about that just elicit those kind of vibes, you know? You know, it just feels really cool listening to them. You know, it has a coolness. Something about the melodies or the beats have this coolness factor to it. You know, I just listen to it and I just feel cool listening to it. You know. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's my mind is that weird. So. And I'm like I said, I'm kind of keeping it. I'm keeping it pretty loose with this rendering right now. I'm keeping it pretty loose. So I'm still deciding on what the next redraw that I'm going to do after this one. There's probably much more of a current drawing, something like that, probably from a couple years ago. But no, this is fun, man. This is fun. Like as we were kind of going through last week, that when I was going through my MacBook, my hard drive, I got about like 11 years worth of art that I can look back to and I can pull from as like inspiration and shit like that. And it's like. It's amazing, It's amazing. It's like I literally never stopped drawing, I never stopped, really. I had a reason to. Let's get this contact shooting done. And once I get done with here with the contact shooting stuff, we're gonna start on just trying to apply the flat colors and stuff like that. We'll still have I still got about 30 minutes left of this show. It is pretty windy outside too. I still owe you guys a speed paint. I still got a speed paint video I need to do. What else? I still have a speed paint video I need to do. I'm going to upload a short. I'll have another short ready tomorrow. Tomorrow I should have another short ready for you guys. Should upload another short. I will another short on Friday. Another short tomorrow. I still have a commentary video I need to make. You guys voted on me talking about the Polygon situation, their layoffs and such like that. So I will be doing that. That'll be definitely fun, like kind of like a little retrospective. I'll just do it in the form of like a retrospective and such like that. What else, man? We got the Wednesday. We got the birthday stream on Wednesday. No Makini live on Sunday. That will actually just be the we'll do a peak game. We'll play Expedition 33 on Sunday. Yeah, I'm getting a physical, and I'm probably gonna I'm contemplating on whether to get Expedition 33 either on PC or get it on PS5, just because it has a physical. And Wu Chang Fall of Feathers has a physical release, which I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Wu Chang Fall of Feathers is getting a physical release, so I'll probably get that on PS5. I need to fill up my PS5 library anyway. So I need to fill up my PS5 library anyway. I might just get Expedition 33 on PS5 just because there's a physical. Just because I want a physical copy. Unless is it? Are there already course there are. Yeah, there are already mods. There's already mods on Expedition 33, and pretty spicy ones too, I guess. I think Expedition 33 is going to be the new is going to be the new Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, that's a good one. Graphics and yells. Yes, it's from Nexus Mods, but they do. Looking at different modding sites here. It's a PS5. I'm getting it on PS5, so. Expedition 33. Oh, come on, gamers. Oh, come on, gamer. Get the hell out of here. The gamer made a freaking article about one of the characters about a whitewashing mod and the quote-unquote whitewashing mod in Expedition 33. I'm like, dude, just get the hell out of here with that. Get the hell out of here, dude. Yeah, who the fuck cares, man? There are I've seen a few videos of modding Oblivion. Yo, bro, there are Oblivion mods not within there are already a bunch of Oblivion remaster mods. Not even 2 minutes not even within the same day. Not even within an hour, there are already Oblivion remaster mods on launch. Come on now. This is Bethesda we're talking about. You know that they already had mods ready and waiting for Oblivion Remastered. Come on now. They were already ready for that. Can't see mod videos. There's probably parts of a good chunk of them are just general quality of life stuff. Graphical mods as well, graphical stuff like DLSS and stuff like that. Mods that make dodging and parrying a little bit easier. Have you seen? I have not seen anything. Clear watching. God. Like I said before, guys. I will use Nexus mods as a last resort in regards to Stellar Blade. I'm getting that on PC, and I know the modding is going to be mental, absolutely mental. I would be surprised if Stellar Blade gets the Skyrim treatment. Stellar Blade gets the Skyrim treatment. You know, there's already an account on Twitter that has set up I think they set up a Discord just for Stellar Blade, mods on PC when the PC version launches next month. I am getting that day one. I'm getting that day one. I'm getting that day one. It's a day one for me. But I gotta finish my fourth playthrough of Stellar Blade first. But that's the PC launch is a day one buy for me, and I will make an exception on that one. Man, I cannot believe it's been a year, and I cannot believe it's been a year. I'm loving that. I'm loving the Nikkei collab, and I'm hoping. I'm looking forward to the Nikkei collaboration. I'm hoping that it's not. I know it's probably just going to be those six girls though. but I am hoping, like, fingers crossed, hoping that Shift Up snuck in a couple more Nikkes. A couple more Nikke costumes. Shut up, Sean. A couple more Nikke outfits for the update. I'm hoping Shift Up snuck in a couple more because we got Alice, Rappy, Anise, Marion, Alice, Rappy, Anise, Marion. Or Modernia. Alice, Rappy, Anise, Modernia, Scarlet, which looks freaking amazing, by the way. Scarlet looks amazing, by the way. I'm like, oh my god. They finally got it. So it's Alice, Rappy, Anise, Alice, Rappy, Anise, Scarlet, Marion and Dorothy. I got a couple of Nikkes that I would like to see as costumes. Me personally, Red Hood is one. Red Hood, Scarlet, Black Shadow. What else? I'm going to go through the freaking Nikke. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm just gonna boot up Nikke real quick, and I'm just gonna boot up Nikke in the background. In the meantime, while let's look at Nikke in the background real quick. In 1 second. Shut up, Sean. Anyway, I want to say overstack Mahara, and possibly Little Mermaid. Probably Cinderella too. Like I said, I do need to finish the. I need to finish the Unbreakable Spear event. I need to finish that before it goes away. So I'm gonna have this. I'll just have this in the background. Okay, let's continue. Well, I'll work on this. I just did the whole Gimme Danger side quest. I just did the whole Gimme Danger where we storm the parade float to get Hanako. So we're getting close to the end game portion of Cyberpunk. We're getting close to the end game, right, on Cyberpunk. But I still have so many more missions and side quests to do before we're done. Basically. But no, as far as Nikke DLC goes, I am very excited to see if I'm like I said, I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we get hoping that Shift Up will sneak in a couple of more outfits, for the DLC dropping. Jedi Master, good to see you. Maybe you want to get back and start with those screenshots. Bro, I'm at like 1,200. I'm at 1,200 photos right now. That's my album. My freaking photo album is like 1,200 photos. I'll do stuff. I'm sure. Okay, you know what? We're in drawing time right now, so I need to get back. I'll just boot this up. And I don't care. I'll just boot this up later. But now there are a couple of more Nikkes I would like to see. There's a couple more Nikes I would like to see. So. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. No, there's a couple more Nikes I want to see. Hopefully they shipped up, sneaks in a couple more. Like, for example, Red Hood is one. Red Hood is like my top of my list. if I don't get, if Shift Up's not going to do it, I know some modders are going to go out of their way to try to mod a Red Hood outfit for Eve. And I'm like, yes. Like, Red Hood is like one of the best. Like, Red Hood is Bay, basically. Hey, like, you know what? Forget. I'm gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up today. I think I'm done with the Grayscales. When I'm done with the Grayscales, so let's go. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna go ahead and put. Let me do up DK real quick. Okay, we watch it. Okay, so Red Hood is one. There's like too many. I know there's like too many of the Nikkei designs that I would like to see as costumes and Stellar Blade. I regret switching back to Windows. It's just a I'm sorry. No, but to answer your question, Emerald, my photo album is like. How many do I have the album right now? I'm going off my attention right now. My photo album is like 1,200 photos now, and so I have many more story missions to. To post in the community tab. So, if you guys are new to the channel, there's a thing that I've been doing with my playthrough of Cyberpunk where I'm taking, because I take so many photos, I'm taking photos of most of my playthrough. This is basically my entire play. This is what you're looking at is basically a photo collection of my entire playthrough. And it's with Saya, one of my mascots for Mocking Glass, Saya. So this is through her perspective. What I'll do is I'll post the mission. I'll post the story mission that I'm on, and we will the story mission I'm on. I go in detail about what the story mission is about, and I try to tell it through my female V Saya's perspective. And I post photos of everything. So where we are right now, for those who are missing the Cyberpunk post right now, where we are near the end of Phantom Liberty. So look here. So we are right at the meeting with Colonel. We're right at the meeting with Colonel Hansen. So we're right at the Firestarter meeting. So this is basically the next community post right here is the first of two parts where Saya, where the heist, where the plan begins. Saya hacks into the car of the Cassell twins, and of course Alex and Reed basically execute them. And Saya and Alex are going to be stealing their identities as the Cassell twins. Basically, Saya is going to be Aurora, and Alex is going to be Almeric. So, and I have photos over here of Saya just kind of Saya just kind of shocked by the fact that Alex and Reed actually not only taser them, but decide to just kill them right there. So, of that. And Saya is going to collect Aurora's dead body, basically, and it becomes her. And then it goes into the Firestarter. Mission where we decided to side with Reed. That's where Sony betrays us. Alex gets killed. And I took photos of this entire cutscene too of Songbird just lose her freaking mind and tries to flatline us. And of course, with the icebreaker, Saya able to break that out, and it goes into Saya escaping the stadium. I didn't take every single photo because I was locked in the battle, but essentially in this part of the playthrough, Saya basically kills every single Vargas soldier, including Kurt Hansen, including Hansen himself. She flatlines every one of them. No, I did that mission like multiple times, and I just decided I'm just going to kill every one of you. Just flatline every single one, including Hansen. So it's a freaking massacre. They escape, and then this goes into them working. It goes into the two going to Los Padres and Pacifica to get to grab Songbird from the MaxTac convoy. And I think this is part where I took so many photos of just Saya having a talk with Johnny about this, feeling very unsure about this, and that she can tell that Reed is on the verge of having a mental breakdown as we're getting this plan going. And I caught a lot of these photos too, and I think these are some of my favorite ones where, Reed is having this. Reed just has to open up. He feels like he's failed Somi and such like that. And I feel like these were perfect shots to have, Saya really showing how much she cares for the parties involved. So I took a lot of these photos. Whenever I do these missions, I take so many photos because I like kind of like telling. It's kind of a way of telling the story, telling the story of my playthrough. Of course, with the MaxTac stuff. I don't have the photos of us fighting the MaxTac, but I have it where after MaxTac is defeated, and then we go to Reed, but then it goes into one of the scariest moments I've ever played in any video game, the Somewhat Damaged mission. And I take photos of every single part of this mission where Saya goes into the Cynosure facility to uncover the secrets there. That's where Somi is. That's where Songbird has lost her freaking mind, and she has to run away. She has to hide from this unkillable robot. This AI just gone mad, unkillable robot. I take photos of everything. Like, I took photos of everything, so you can see, like, I caught every single photo. And yes, this robot is frightening. Like, it is legitimately frightening. And it is unkillable. Like, so it turns into a horror game, basically. It turns into Alien Isolation. But it's really cool because even the shots where Somi, even where you have those moments where you see Somi's flashbacks, I take photos of that too. Where during her, basically her Borg transformation at this point, her Borg transformation, running away from. So I caught this one. Where you have to go through this. You have to close the door. You have to get to this door fast enough and close it, and you see the hand of the robot looking out, and I was like, that's a perfect shot. And I was like, having Saya scared for her life as this robot trying to pierce through the door. Like, but Somi sworn into the NUSA. Finding the different, finding how to, open the mainframe basically. You got this. You got, of course, Reed. And I take photos of everything. Of course, including the one where Saya has to hide. Saya is locked into this room, and she has to hide from this robot. And I caught this really cool shot of Saya sneaking around while the robot goes back up to the ceiling. And it's like, yeah, you can see she's like terrified. So a lot of this, the photo mode, it's photo mode 2.0, but I have like thousands of different poses installed. So, in different facial expressions that really work to fit the scene, of course. Then we get into her hacking into the mainframe. The robot basically gets her, and it goes into one final flashback with Somi before she joined AUSA. And I take photos of everything. So this is what's coming up next in the community post, guys. So stay tuned to community post. I will be posting stories about this every day this week. So you get to see the different stories. I do the whole. I take photos of the entire playthrough of this entire mission, basically, every single bit. You know, just because it's really good, and I think Cyclock is an excellent photo mode, though. And because I did this on PC, the mods made it so that I have like so many different poses that I can use to really depict the scene, basically. And I like this scene of her and Songbird just kind of sitting down like that. Her just kind of sitting on the floor like that. Goes going into, because the whole game is told in first person, right? The whole game is told in first person, right? Well, the thing is that, you know, with photo mode, you get to see it from, you know, you get to see all these cutscenes, dialogue scenes from a different angle. So, you know, with the mods, proper mods, I found like different poses and expressions that I can play Saya in, as, you know, as say these two are talking, and, you know, she's seen from the background. You can see this whole thing, and this is why I got it on PC. You know, of course, the first person mod, she hugs, and this is one of my favorite shots. This is some of my favorite shots. Saya breaks in. Saya finds Somi through the mainframe. She's strung up in wires, and I took so many different photos of Saya, just basically holding her like that. I love it, though. I love that. So this is big. So I love this. I'm probably going to use one of these as part of the Sony performance. But Saya unplugs the Saya offers her a wish, unplugs the cord, basically she kills her. Sets her free, basically. Good shot of really good shot of, you know, them carrying Saya and Reed carrying Sony's corpse. And you can see just, the two finally meeting, the Saya and President Myers meeting. And Saya is very cordial the whole time. Saya is very cordial and respectful. And eventually, the only thing is, if you're very cordial throughout this entire dialogue, and you ask before when Rosalind gets on the AV, and tell her, you know, please don't talk to me again, you actually get 15,000 eddies just for that, versus the 5,000. I thought this was a good shot of the helicopters and AVs, I think, with Saya and Reed disappearing. And then it gets into me finishing up the later missions within Dogtown, and then before we get back to the main story. So I have so many. So where we are in terms of the community, in terms of the story posts that I've been posting on the community tab, where we are is right at the beginning of the Firestarter mission. Is right at the beginning of the Firestarter mission, right here. So we're right here. However, where I'm at is way further. We just finished that whole parade float mission where Saya and Takamura hijack the parade float to get to Hanako. And of course we have some shots. And by the way, this is a mod too. I made a mod to make Hanako look younger, basically. So you can say that it's probably a result of, you could probably say in lore perspective, Hanako has serious connections to like anti-aging. So hence why she looks the way she looks, basically. So, but this is actually a mod that just makes Hanako look younger. And she's supposed to be 77 years old. So she has some anti-aging shit going on here. Anti-aging shit. Here. And by the way, the mod By the way, I also have another mod that I use throughout this playthrough, and it's basically, the mod switches my female V's English voice to Japanese, and it switches all of the switches the other Asian characters to their Japanese dub as well. And it actually makes perfect sense in universe. It actually makes perfect sense because by this time in Cyberpunk, you can by this timeline, you know, people have this implant where they can actually read other people's translations. So I like to think in this playthrough, Saya's never learned complete English. She's never learned complete English, so she always spoke she spoke in her native Japanese. It's just that everybody else was able to understand her because of the implants. Because everybody has these implants where they can read other people's language. It's just like it shows up it shows up in their eyes, basically. It shows up on screen for them, so Saya can understand, so they can understand what she's saying, or people understand what she's saying. Takamura is all Japanese dub. Hanako is Japanese dub as well, so that's good. But where I'm at is right where we finished off with the parade float heights, and I took a lot of good photos here. I took a lot of really good photos of like Saya just like walking through the entire parade, and it's really cool kind of seeing kind of like the different atmosphere and vibes and stuff and like that. And I like to think that she's taking selfies the whole time and such like that. It's a fun, like, man, she was good. This is not vanilla though. This is not vanilla. This is Hanako. Yeah, Hanako. No, so it's a reshade. It's a reshade, and it's Nova. It's Nova Lut. It's Edge. I think it's Ultimate. It's not Dream Punk. It's not Dream Punk, by the way. It's not Dream Punk. It's not that ultra realistic looking shading that like you need a powerful PC to be able to run it. But I did find shaders that are close enough to give it much more of a realistic, to give the lighting more realistic. By the way, I'm going to show you a video real quick. This is what Dream Punk looks like, okay? This is what Dream Punk looks like. And it is frightening. It is freaking frightening how photorealistic this mod is. So it's, let me just right here. This is one of my favorite ones here. It is a photorealistic mod that like you have to have a PC to be able to run this kind of mod. But it is a photorealistic shade of the entire game, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way I could run. There's no way it was this realistic. It's freaking photorealistic mod. It's scary, but I try to use like some shaders that look closer to Dream Punk. Look close to Dream Punk, basically, but it's not exactly. But this is a mod. This is a mod for Cyberpunk, and it's called Dream Punk 3.0, and it is basically photorealistic. It makes everything look photorealistic, and it's kind of frightening. Like, it's kind of terrifying how photorealistic this looks. Holy shit. That doesn't even look like a game anymore. It doesn't look like a game anymore. It's too like uncanny valley, man. I know taking it away. I know we have to talk about like art styles and stuff like that, but it's like in my humble opinion, I think the photorealism of shade mod, I think it kind of fits. I don't know. It kind of fits. It makes it fit though. But you have to have a PC to be able to run this kind of thing. You have to have a PC to be able to run this kind of mod. This is demanding, but this is incredible. This mod looks incredible. It's called Dream Punk, but yeah, it's completely like photorealistic. It's photorealistic. It's it replaces everything with photo. Even all the mods installed have this photorealistic. It basically gives it a photorealistic texture. Everything is updated. Even actual reflections like ray tracing, patching, like everything looks photorealistic here, and it's crazy. Even the sense of speed is frightening. So it's like, oh my God. And I think this is also a mod that it ups the sense of speed, especially in first person, because it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I saw this one right here. This one is that's fucking scary. That's fucking scary, bro. That's like super scary. There's a mod. There's a shot here. Oh my God. Like for real, that looks lifelike. This is too much, man. It's too much. There was this one shot of God, that was so scary. Like, I don't know what this mod is, but there's a mod that just basically takes all of Jackie's cyberware out, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's freaking crazy. This is one that got me. This is one that got me. And it's with Judy, and I don't know if it's in here. I don't think it's in here. Oh my God, no! There's one with Judy that just like, oh my God! Like I had to listen. My PC would brick. My PC would just blow up trying to run something like this. Like there was no way. Like no. So we'll just try to get closer, man. It's like it looks AI. It does look AI generated. It does look AI generated though, but it's not. It's just a reshade that gives it that realistic looking text, realistic lighting and textures, man. Like even the reflections, even adds the reflections too, which is crazy. It's insane, and I love looking at it though. And it's like, man, how insane how insane my photos would be if I could be able to pull so if I'd be able to have this kind of mod though. Like I try to get as close to realistic lighting. I try to make the lighting feel realistic in some aspects of it, and it feel atmospheric too. Like, but no, I appreciate but also I really appreciate the compliments, guys. I really do appreciate that. It's really great. I appreciate that. Plus, like I said, I fucking love the way Saya looks. I love the way my female bee looks. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I had to do that. So I had to look at plus I think some people mistook this as a real life photo. I think some people mistook this as a real life photo. It's like, no, that's just the lighting. That's just the shading texture and stuff like that. But I'm switching to that hairstyle. That is stunning. So yeah, that's like a mixture of like different agent face presets. I think it's like 4K skin textures. Also adding a mod that gives her shinier skin too, and it's just like under natural lighting, but the gameplay was good. It was too good for photo mode. Like I know, right? Like I would use that mod just for photo mode, just because I'm like, no, let's go here. But no, like Silent's good in natural lighting. Like in some areas, like some parts of the Glen and stuff like that, like natural lighting, you have to put it in natural. You have to make the lighting look as natural as possible, and that's why here I think the natural feels like fake natural lighting. Like in some cases, it really does depend on where you are for me, and it does depend on where you are, what time of day. and it has to be where the lighting looks natural. I think it, like I said, I think under natural lighting, this looks realistic. This looks very, it does, skin textures look very realistic under natural lighting. So that's why I don't use the I don't use that lighting mod for photo mode. That I forgot what it was called. That lighting mod for photo mode, because under natural lighting, a lot of my photos look very realistic. I like natural lighting more because it gives you. It doesn't feel like an in-game. I can't remember what base Cyberpunk looks like anymore. I'm like, screw that. I'm like, screw it. I'm not going back. I am not going back to vanilla. Screw this. This is perfect. This is perfect. Like this is perfect for me. This is like how I want to experience this game over and over again, man. And, like, these freaking mods are stunning. Like, these mods are freaking stunning, and just a lot of the use of different Nova LUT mods, a lot of the use of different reset shaders. These are some of my favorite ones. Like even updating the NPC characters, such as updating Judy's skin texture and stuff like that, really works here. By the way, I updated Judy's face. I love this shot just because of how natural the lighting looks. How it feels very naturally here, and it's really crazy. And that's just in the apartment. So in some ways, I make my own drink on. Anyway, guys, this is effortless art. I know, right? This is effortless art, to be honest. Thank you. I love it. It's like I gotta go back. I probably need to go back to the main apartment because that's some of the best natural lighting you can grab from in terms of some of the best natural lighting I can get just from outside the window. And yeah, just doing one of the missions at the Glen. This is in Westbrook. Love that. Love the clothing mods. I have so many clothing mods. It's insane. So I've made my own different pieces of clothing and stuff like that. So different outfit presets. I have so many different outfit presets, and a lot of this is just clothing mods, basically. So I have so many different pieces of clothing, and like I said, I get artsy with it when it comes to these photo mode shots, especially when it's dialogue of just Goro and Saya talking to Wakako, and I'm taking so many different photos of just from different angles. I like taking it from different perspectives to kind of give that to really get that artsy vibe too. Especially when they walk through Jiggy Street, it just almost makes it look like a photo. I like this shot though. It feels cinematic. It feels very cinematic, I'll say. It feels very cinematic. It feels very cinematic in some ways. But it's scary, though. It's scary. It's really scary. So, Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I gotta get ready for work, so I'll be working on this one later. You guys have been freaking amazing. Thanks for we got 13 people watching. You guys are freaking amazing. Anyway, smash that like button, make it jiggle. Subscribe button, make it jiggle. Thanks to all my channel members. And I'll have a new short uploaded tomorrow, and Wednesday, of course, is the birthday stream. So see you guys there. Let me draw this for that. I probably will. I'll probably use some of these as reference. I'm not gonna lie. I will probably use some of these as reference. So. Anyway, I'm Makini Nutty, Archer and Illustrator. Thanks for hanging out with me on Makini in the morning. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in your video games. And if that doesn't work, just mod it in there. Just mod it in there, Never apologize for modding attractive women into your video games. Above all else, never stop drawing. Bye, guys.